Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today, we're making Asian beef with snow peas and mushrooms.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Asian beef with snow peas and mushrooms is one of those quick weeknight dinners that you can throw together as long as you have everything in your fridge from your grocery list. But it's a great gluten-free, super healthy, and I thought I'd share it with you today. I've made it a few years ago and really loved it. It's got a great Asian sauce on it and it goes together really quickly. So I have some baby Bella mushrooms. I've got 10 ounces of those. I've got 10 ounces of snow peas, and they're the little flat ones that you can stir fry. Then I've got a pound of, I'm using a sirloin steak. We're just gonna slightly thin it. Wow. And I've got a pound of and I have a pound of sirloin steak. We're gonna slice it thinly. I can't talk today. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is turn on your stove and put a pot of boiling water on, because as soon as we get everything sliced, we're gonna be blanching the peas. So make sure you do that first. So these are baby Bellas, and we're gonna slice them thin. Make sure they're all clean. And I usually cut the bottoms off of them to just clean them up a little.
You waiting for Mama to drop something?
Mama not gonna drop any questions.
I'm waiting for Mama to drop something. I don't think she's gonna drop anything. She's pretty good at this.
Now, when you get to your sirloin steak, you can use a flank steak or anything tender. Mine is still frozen just a teeny bit, which is perfect, but you want them super thin because they're gonna cook super fast that way. I think I'm gonna flip it and go this way. Mama not gonna drop any, bub.
You think there's gonna be a spill? What are you thinking?
Mom's got good stuff. Right, so I also have a really large skillet behind me on my cooktop. I'm actually gonna turn that on because you want it nice and hot. We're gonna put the mushrooms in when we put the peas in. So let me grab that quick. Okay. All right, now that we got everything prepped, let's head over to the stove. All right, so I've got my water boiling over here. Let me turn it back up. We're gonna put your 10 ounces of peas in the boiling water and set a timer for 5 minutes. We're gonna get them blanched. And we're gonna need a little bit of oil in your hot fry pan. Make sure you got a big one, because by the time we toss it all in there, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, we got our nice sliced mushrooms in here. And then we're just gonna toss all the mushrooms in there. We're gonna let them brown and let this cook for 5 minutes. This might look like a lot of mushrooms, but they're probably gonna cook down by half by the time they shrink. We're just gonna hang out and let these cook for 5 minutes and then let these brown, and then halfway through I'm gonna salt them. So as our mushrooms are browning and our peas are cooking, we're gonna make the sauce that goes over all of this. So I'm using tamari, which is kind of like soy sauce, but it's gluten-free. You can use coconut aminos or soy sauce. And we are gonna want 1/2 cup of that. I'm gonna get rid of this bottle. You're going to want 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. I'm just going to eyeball that. And since we're over here, we're going to stir the mushrooms. They're looking good. They're smelling great. All right, when they start looking like this, we're going to just salt them a little bit. All right, let's get back to our sauce. So we've got our tamari in there, soy sauce or coconut aminos, our rice wine vinegar, We want a half a teaspoon of ginger, and I'm just using the squeezed ginger because I'm lazy and it's easy and it's in my fridge. Now, we also want six garlic, so 6 cloves. So I'm going to be a little heavy-handed. Seems like a lot, but... Then also, we want 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, or 5 tablespoons. We're just going to mix that up. And that's your sauce. It's super easy. And that goes on very last. So now that we've got that done, we got 20 seconds left on our peas. So just set that off to the side. Our mushrooms are looking great. And there we go. All right, so let's turn off the heat on our peas. And I've just got one of these strainer shovels. They're super handy for these things. Just take them. If you don't have one of these, just use a colander. I'm just going to put them back in the bowl that they came in because we're going to all add it back to the stir fry here when we're done. How pretty and green they are. When I see these, I think, gosh, the Jolly Green Giant's going to come knock through my door.
Green Giant.
Okay, so we'll set those aside. It's going to let these cook just a minute longer, I think. All right, so keep your heat on. I'm going to remove the mushrooms, and then we're going to cook the beef in that same hot skillet here. See how much those mushrooms cook down? There's like nothing left in my bowl. Oh. All right, so keep your skillet hot, just like I said. Add a little bit more oil, and I'm just using light olive oil. Grab some tongs. Let's get this. We're just going to put the pieces of meat in and lay them down, and then they're going to cook super fast. You'll probably want to do this in a couple batches. All right, so I kind of got them in one layer. I'm going to let these cook, and then I'm going to flip them, and then I'm going to do the next batch. One thing I forgot to mention is that we're going to be serving this over rice, and you can do like rice cauliflower or white rice if you like. You can do either one. But you want to get your rice going even before you start this whole dinner because that, honestly, it takes the longest time. I think sometimes people get freaked out with the whole time management in the kitchen, so I always start with whatever takes the longest first. So I'm just gonna throw the cooked beef in with the mushrooms instead of dirtying another dish because it's all gonna go back in here when we put the sauce on it. So let's get that second round of beef cooked. And mine was still frozen, so it's a little evaporating. It's not exactly the way you want to sear the beef, but I'm not so technical that way. It still works. We've got the beef all cooked, and we're going to add the beef and the mushrooms back in here and all the juice that's in the bottom of the bowl. And then we're also going to add the peas, give it some great color. Yum. Then we're going to add that sauce. Make sure all that brown sugar and all the goodness is. Oh my gosh, that smells good. Then we're going to just saute it up. It's going to simmer down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cornstarch slurry and thicken up that sauce so it's going to coat everything and really stick to it. But we're going to let that sauce just simmer with all those noodles and the mushrooms. The mushrooms is going to drink up that flavor. It's going to be amazing. So let me grab that. I'm just gonna use the same container I had the sauce in. Hopefully I won't make a mess. Actually, let's not make a mess. And I'm gonna I'm just use water here. So you kind of want, Denver, you gotta go to your spot. He's thinking I'm gonna drop something. So I just did pretty much equal parts cornstarch and water in the same container. And I'm just gonna pour it on there. If you want a thin sauce, just keep it like that. I like it glistening and just kind of glazing the whole dish. Oh yeah, that looks better. Man, remember how many mushrooms we cut up? It looks like nothing in here now. Yum. All right, that cornstarch has thickened the sauce up. I don't know if you could see the difference when I put it in. Everything's kind of coated in it now. Yum. All right, let's plate this up. We're gonna head back over to the island because if we were serving this for our family, that's what I'd be doing. So I just cut the heat and we'll head over there. All right, we are ready to plate this up. Look at how delicious this is. So I've got my rice here, my rice cooker. I've got a really pretty bowl because you always eat with your eyes first. So why not make your plate look pretty? Fluff my rice up just a little. Steaming up my glasses and getting a rice facial. All right, so we've got our bed of rice, and I'm just gonna take a big old scoop. Oh my gosh, this looks so amazing. Look at that. And if you wanna garnish it, just take some sesame seeds and a little bit of green onion. And there you go. You got some dinner. This looks so good. We're actually gonna have this for lunch today. It'd probably be terrific if you wanted to take leftovers in your lunch all week with this. I'll just give you a try here. Oh yeah. The beef is super tender. The vegetables, I mean, they're just super healthy for you. And it looks beautiful. Who wouldn't want to sit down and think that they're at some fancy place eating this when you're in your kitchen? So thanks again for joining me in my kitchen today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make this today. I sure hope you try it. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode. Asian boof.
Asian beef. What's for dinner?
That's right.
And
Action!
okay, here we go.
Where's your camera? You're naked.
Hold on, I'll just go hold it.
I'm just laughing. It's funny. Okay, that's not attractive.
I'm pretty sure if I go like this,
You just set it there.
I just set it here. I don't think that's in shot. No, it totally is. Okay, I'll take it out. That's okay. I can't let it. Okay, go.
So when you need, oh my gosh, let me start over.
Gonna taste good, I know.